What up, y'all? Welcome to Malice in Wonderland, episode 23. We got a great show lined up for you today, starting with the news at the top of the hour. We're going to be talking about the Supreme Court's ban on trannies in the military. After that, in our own court, Judge Pablo is going to be ruling on Virginia's suspicious suicide. Then in the doom scroll, we're going to have a couple laughs. After that, down the Reddit hole, we're going to be seeing who wants to be the Pope. Then we got some wise words from Joe Rogan to wrap up the show. All that and more on this episode of Malice in Wonderland. Let's rock.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This fucking bastard.
Counting this all there?
Oh, no, you go ahead, count it.
Yeah, come on. No bullshit. Prince.
You don't fucking touch me, scumbag.
Smack blood and skull fragments out your face. Clap stubs at your mother's casket, walking out of a wake. Bang! Young Pesci, fucker, come test me. Fake your suicide the same way they hung Epstein.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Niko Kaylor, and I'm here with my homie, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. You see his name at the bottom of the screen. It's Mr. Pablo Escobarz. How you doing today, Pablo? You living good? Tell us about your week. How's it been?
Man, I'm living great. Every day is a beautiful day. You know how it goes. I got to see family that I ain't seen in like maybe 4 or 5 years. You know, I got to see them this weekend. Last couple of weeks, every time we do an episode, I've been having a pretty eventful life for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
it'll fade. Don't worry, guys. It fades. It fades.
It does fade. We have our ups and our downs. Life is like a roller coaster, just like this episode is like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but the roller coaster of life is nothing but downs. Golly, bro.
Nah, man, there's ups. You say there's no ups? You never have ups? Come on, we've had ups together.
Of course they do. I just wanted your reaction.
Doug, tell these people, we've been across the country, multiple states, Disney, all kind of fun shit. Six Flags over Texas, dog. We done had some fun together, dog. Yeah, we done had some fun together. But anyway, so let's get into this news.
Bringing you hard-hitting news. It's the Malice in Wonderland News Blitz.
All right, so getting into the news like we were talking about, we got our first story here. We were talking about the Supreme Court rules on controversial military ban. In a key decision, the U.S. Supreme Court has allowed the Trump administration's ban on trans military members to proceed, lifting an injunction that had temporarily blocked the policy. This ruling provides a near-term victory for President Trump, even as the legal challenges to his January executive order continue to unfold. The Trump administration's executive order on January 27th directed the Pentagon to implement new policies regarding trans-identifying individuals in the military, which included rescinding existing guidance inconsistent with military readiness. So this I think is a great move, but I know we've been talking about a lot of knucklehead moves that the administration has been pulling, but I think this one is a good one. What do you think, dog? Are you for the trannies or
I mean, hey, listen, do what you want to do in life, but when it comes to war, dog, I'll tell you this. I know that there's got to be out of 10, there's got to be at least 2 Chinese that are just, you know what I mean, just different. They're just different. They go, you know what I mean? They're tough. But come on, you guys doing this for you want the military reverence, you want all the stuff that goes with it, but like you want to try to do really
what they want is they want the government to pay for their bottom surgery and their top surgery. If we want to be realistic, they want the taxpayers to cut off their dick with their money.
I ain't paying for that, bro. I ain't paying for that. Take a fucking knife and do it yourself,
Doug,
bro.
You already have paid for it multiple times.
I know, I'm over here paying in Guatemala for somebody in Guatemala to chop their snot off. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
man, what you doing walking around without a snarf? You were born with a snarf. Come on, dog.
Exactly. If you're born with a snarf, keep the snarf. Watch, there's
Eat
gonna
the
be
fucking snarf.
wait till you see in the next like 5 to 10 years the amount of people who are gonna kill themselves, especially children. Because think about all these kids who are taking puberty blockers, who even boys, even if these little boys do not like say these little boys who have these crazy domineering moms who control their whole life, these boys take these fucking puberty blockers and they block their puberty because they're all brainwashed and while they're like 11, 12,
I mean,
13,
yeah,
14.
any opportunity that thing is presented to you, dog, like,
Yeah. And you have this puberty does not go through, you know what I'm saying? And these boys don't mature, these girls don't mature, and then they come into their own and they feel like, oh, I like girls, I want to be a guy, when they're like 15, 16 years old. But their mom and whatever guidance counselors have already been, telling them, hey, don't you feel like this? Don't you feel like that their whole life? You know what I'm saying? So until they hit that point, they're like, yeah, maybe that is me. But then they realize it's not them. And by that point, it's too late. They have micro penises. They have micro penises. But the thing is, even if they don't do that, even if these boys are just on the puberty blockers, what do you think happens to a boy's penis if during puberty you take puberty blockers?
Yeah.
They're gonna have a micro penis. Their shit is not gonna grow. Their balls are not gonna grow. They're not gonna get a manly voice. So by the time they're 15 and 16, when we're usually finishing up our puberty and all that,
yeah, they're not. They're still in the base status. I get what you're saying.
And how do you think that's gonna affect them up here once they realize, oh shit, I like girls, I want to be a man? I mean, my teachers and everything were brainwashing me. That's sad. It's sad.
I think some people. It's very sad. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of
children. It's a waste of children.
Yeah. Like, because we're not solving the issue. The issue here is how they feel, the mental state. Right? Like, the honest truth is the mental state that they're in. Like, I think what happens is, bro, you're just a lesbian and you just want to be a dude. You're just gay, bro. You just want to be a chick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're just gay. At the end of the day, you're just gay.
No, but I'm not even talking about the ones who are adults and making conscious decisions.
Yeah,
what I'm focusing on are the children who don't know no better and are only following the people that they love. You know what I'm saying? The ones that have crazy fucking blue-haired liberal moms that want to be like, want to tell people I have a trans kid, you know what I'm saying? And like ever since that kid
so that's another thing. People swear that that's not an issue. That's not. It
is a big issue.
And it's a huge issue. It really is.
It's a huge issue.
We as a society choose to look left and right and not see this issue straight on. This is a fucked up issue. This is something we gotta watch. The first thing to protect in America. First thing that comes first is the kids, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta keep the kids safe. If the kids ain't safe, nobody's safe.
I think there should be a law that if there's a parent trying to fucking trans their kid, that parent loses their kid.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's a delicate way to say that, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Let's
y'all don't like
not,
it too bad. Drop a dislike.
Yeah. Let's unfortunately you can't even dislike shit on YouTube anymore. I think you can on Rebel, so but don't drop a dislike because that means you're disliking the video. Don't drop a dislike. But anyway, on to our next story. We're gonna hear from Pablo. Take it away, Pablo.
Okay, so we're going into the FBI issuing a warning on global child predator network 764. The FBI is warning about a global network of violence criminals preying on teens and adolescents through online platforms like Discord, Roblox, and Telegram. Authorities say predators convince their victims to self-harm, create graphic pornography, and harm family pets. I mean, and this is just like the beginning of it. You understand? Like, what is 764? You're probably gonna ask me that. Well, they're criminals that are part of a group that investigators say are a network of members who extort victims by coercing them into sending photos and videos of violent or sexual acts while sometimes hosting watch parties for their followers. The FBI Assistant Director David Scott said, "We see a lot of bad things, but this is one of the most disturbing things we're seeing right now." Scott told ABC News that the FBI is now combing through more than 250 investigations, with every one of its field offices across the U.S. handling a 764 connected case. Like, this is everywhere, bro. With some of the victims involved as young as 9 years old. You know, this is what we're just talking about, the kids. However, Scott says that's just the tip of the iceberg, with the department suspecting thousands of victims across the globe. The Fifth Estate, in a depth Canadian investigation documentary program, reports that two of the most recent arrests involved men charged with operating 764. Authorities say 20-year-old Parson Naple, who goes by the nickname Trippy, go figure, in the group was apprehended in North Carolina, while 21-year-old citizen Leonidas Virginius, I butchered that, but you guys know, you look it up, who goes by the nickname War. All right, so it says it all. He was taken into custody in Greece, and the men who the police say were the leaders of 764 that victimized at least 8 minors, with some victims as young as 13, bro. Bradley Cappenhead, who investigators say created a group. He created this at 15 years old. So this is something that's ingrained in him. You understand? This starts when the people are young. He named this after an area code in Stephenville, Texas. Cappenhead is now serving an 80-year sentence for possessing an intent to promote child pornography in 2023. And then they got these little rituals that go along with it. To become a member, investigators say an initiation is required, which often includes a devotee to share or produce images of child sexual abuse. I'm going to say this again, of child sexual abuse and victims committing self-harm. Bro, they're coming. They're in your house. They're watching through your cameras. You need to pay attention, bro. Get your VPNs. Victims are reportedly blackmailed into committing acts of violence. So we're talking Diddy status stuff. Allegedly, and producing pictures of pornography, while threats get more serious. Some have been targeted by a practice known as swatting. You guys watch YouTube, you know what swatting is. I'm not even going to go into it. But this is where we're at right now. This is out of hand and ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's out of hand. This shit to me was scary, bro. Like, to think that little 15-year-olds are doing this online now. Like, this shit trips me out, blows my mind. It's crazy, dog. Like, when you really, like, people, if you want to go on your own time and really go and dive into the details of this case, it gets deep and it gets dark. But this feels like little 15-year-old Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. Well, yes. This feels like a little 15-year-old Jeffrey Epstein crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what the FBI is gonna do is give these kids a slap on the wrist, and then like Mossad's gonna recruit them or some shit. Watch. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I hope that there's an example made in this situation, because they're young, but that's gonna save everybody that does something wrong. And I'm just no. This is very important. This is kids. These are children. He was a child while doing this. You got this is not forgivable. This is not one of those things. We need to prove that this is what's happening, that these are the people guilty, and lock them up, bro.
I'm okay with putting these 15-year-olds to death. I'll say it.
I'm not. I'm gonna back up a bit. I'm not 15. That's way too controversial. I understand the anger, though. I got a daughter, bro. Like, at that point, if I catch you think people like
Trippy and people like War are gonna change, or do you think they're gonna get a slap on the wrist? And get out?
I think it'd be better if you were in prison getting your asshole pumped out, because that's what you want to do to kids. That's what you think is fun. So I think it's better if you wake up every day miserable, because the death penalty is an easy way out. It's a quick way out. I want you to rot. You know what I mean? Like where you learn your lesson for real. And if you don't, then great. You have an awesome time.
Actually, if you want to rot, you get the death penalty. There's a joke in the U.S. prison system because the appeals process takes so long. It's there was a guy on trial for murder. He gets convicted. He goes to get sentenced in front of the judge. The judge gives him the death sentence, and he's like, yes. He's like, oh, the judge is like, oh, you're happy about getting the death sentence and not life in prison. Most people want life in prison. They don't want to die. He's like, oh, I think they don't understand that if they get the death sentence, they'll live longer.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry.
But some people will find that joke funny if you ever been locked up. But yeah, if you get the death sentence, you'll live longer. But getting into our next story. So Trump willing to meet with Hollywood bosses on tariffs. I want to help the industry. We're all about jobs. President Donald Trump said that he would meet with Hollywood insiders to discuss his tariffs and negotiate on ways to reinvigorate the movie business. As Breitbart News reported on Sunday, the president proposed putting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death, he wrote on Sunday. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations and therefore a national security threat. It is, in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again. So
damn right.
It looks like Hollywood's gonna get a boost. Hollywood propaganda is gonna get a boost. We're going to get more U.S. propaganda, less Chinese propaganda. So what do you feel?
I mean, yeah, we're just trading in one monster for another. But I'm going to tell you right now, I just want to state this. I love talking about this, all right? Who knows? Maybe we got a video. Maybe we go over movies on a different podcast. Who knows? One day. But
yeah, we're thinking of we're considering other podcasts to do. We keep talking about it. We're going to get there.
But the issue is, and I love talking about this, is fuck all this shit. The movie industry dying, pay attention, has all to do with fucking writing. Yeah, the writers went on strike and they don't write shit. Everything's a fucking remake. Everything's a cheap version of something else if it's not a remake. It's like ideas branching off for old things. Go watch things in the 90s and the 80s. See the creativity of things that weren't there before. And then go look at the things now are just... we got CGI, and it'll be great to watch these old movies. Don't get me wrong. They're not even doing them right. They're doing them horrible. All of the shit crap, folded into it like a goddamn a croissant of fucking shit. It's just folded in, constant repeating of everything that we've ever seen. There's 14 different kinds of movies and different ways that the movie could go. You know that you will sit down and watch a movie. I know you do that. You watch the movie and you already know what's happening. And then you're not surprised that once in a while they'll catch you. Once in a while,
Yeah, once in a while there's that movie that leaves you guessing, that has you fucked up, God damn, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Shows like that too, I love. Anything that has me like that, I love. But okay, getting into our next story, we're gonna hear from Pablo about some crazy stuff that happened in Brazil. Let's get to it, Pablo. Tell us about it.
Bro, so it has to do with the Brazilian police and the riots and this, the situation that happened out there that one day. So Brazilian police suspect, the suspect is being accused by Brazilian police of planning a bomb at Lady Gaga concert, and he's ID'd as a non-citizen deported from the U.S. last month. All right, so this is coming. They're doing this. They're trying to bring attention to Trump and the United States on this. Brazilian authorities announced that one of the suspects who had purportedly planned to commit an act of terror at a Lady Gaga concert was deported from the U.S. last month amid the Trump administration's mass deportation campaign. Now, according to Brazilian investigators, 44-year-old Luis da Silva, come on, bro, he's from there. Luis da Silva, who lived in the U.S. for 27 years, according to CNN, was planning to, because I just want to be clear there as them, was planning to live stream the execution of a child, okay? We're back at this again, at a child, and set bombs up close to the stage during Gaga's performance to a 2.5 million fans on the Copacabana beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. No regard for human life. And he was going specifically to kill a child, part of this thing. You understand? Like a ritual. As a matter of fact, he said that the singer was a Satanist and that he was going to perform a Satanist ritual too, killing a child during the show. Rio de Janeiro Civil Police Secretary Officer Felipe Curro said, or Curro, sorry, might have butchered that. But an investigation was currently underway. And it was to determine the original grounds for the suspect's deportation from the United States to Brazil. Both Da Silva and the 17-year-old unidentified suspect who was discovered in possession of child sex abuse material were taken into custody just hours before the concert began. They just got caught right before all of this went to, like, all this shit was about to hit the fan. And luckily, by the power of that dude behind him right there, JC, man, what do you know? They were saved, and the whole concert was, you don't understand, this was a lot of people were going to get hurt here. No regard for human life.
Yeah.
And still people are going to defend this.
If that was in America, the CIA and the FBI would have let it happen. They would have been like, just let it happen. We'll get this show out of you. But they're probably, I would bet, I would be willing to bet that any liberals that hear about this are like, oh, see the poor things that happen to people when we deport people over there. And it's like, that just shows us that this guy was somebody we needed to deport. It's good. It's like we're deporting the right people. You know what I'm saying?
Like what? How the fuck are they gonna turn around and make this to be a fuck up on Trump's part? Obviously, this guy was gonna do this here. What are you talking about? Goodbye. You know what
bye
I mean? Hey.
I wish we had that sound now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Don't worry. Soundboard coming to a podcast near you.
Yeah, exactly. They've seen a couple episodes with the soundboard. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back rocking. But okay, getting into our next story. So, Cardinals enter seclusion ahead of a secret conclave to elect new pope. Cardinals who will take part in a secret conclave to elect a new Catholic pope began checking into 2 Vatican hotels on Tuesday, where they will be barred from contact with the outside world as they decide who should succeed Pope Francis. The conclave will start behind the closed doors of the Sistine Chapel on Wednesday afternoon, with all cardinals under the age of 80 able to vote on who should be the next leader of the 1.4 billion member church. The race to succeed Francis, who died last month, is seen as wide open. Although a few names have been cited as possible frontrunners, several of the 133 cardinals expected to vote in the conclave have said they do not know who will become the next pope. I have no guess, Cardinal Robert McElroy said during his visit to a parish in Rome on Monday evening. The conclave process is profound and mysterious, said McElroy, the Archbishop of Washington, D.C. I can give you no insights into who is ahead, he said. Some cardinals are looking for a new pope who will continue with Francis's push for a more transparent, welcoming church, while others are seeking retrenchment to more traditional roots that put a premium on doctrine. So some people want a pope who's going to do more LGBTQ shit, and some people want a pope who's going to be like, yo, y'all gays shouldn't be getting married again. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, all right. First of all, you got front runners, right? I know you've seen like the top 4, the top 6 or 8.
I seen that black dude. You seen that black dude?
That's okay. So let's be real here. This is an old Greek, like what is it? Old.
He's an old African. He's from.
No, not him. it's just the Pope. Those people are like what? They're Italian. They're Spanish. Listen, they're not. I'd be amazed and remiss, and I'd come in and I'd apologize and I'd rescind this thing that I'm about to say. But that black guy is not gonna be the Pope. Neither is the Asian guy. They're not about to do that. I don't think so.
No, I
Yes,
think
more
the Asian
inclusivity,
guy
but
might be
inclusivity
it.
is a
I think
fake.
the Asian
I don't know.
guy.
I think the inclusivity thing that they do, they're just doing this for this is a shroud of we're okay. Even with the Pope coming out being like, it's okay to take dicks in your hot hairy butthole. Like, come on, bro. That's not okay. That's bad for your health. I know it is. It has to be. Your choice is your choice. You feel me? But like, I respect it. But I respect it because it's a tough choice. You over here, you might just be. There was a comedian who said that you might just be the realest man because you dominated another guy. Although I never want to be that real. Maybe this guy.
So, but what I do know is okay. So they say like, oh, it's just a normal thing, right? But I know that from reading Reddit that if you're gay and you have a boy dog and your boy dog sees you getting fucked, he's not gonna respect you no more. No. But anyway, getting in.
Go.
Getting into our next story. Here we go. So I threw this one in last minute today. I thought this was a great one. It's a little sports story we got for you. More Maine schools ban transgender athletes from girls' sports, defying Dem leadership and siding with Trump. Another Maine school district has taken matters into its own hands in the state's dispute over transgender athletes in girls' sports. On Tuesday, the board of directors for Maine's regional school unit on number 24 voted 7-1 to rescind a policy that allows trans athletes to compete in girls' sports. The rescinded policy, Policy JB, stated that student athletes shall be able to participate in accordance with the gender identity asserted at school. RSU number 24 Superintendent Michael Eastman confirmed to Fox News Digital that the district and its schools will stop following the policy immediately. At its meeting last night, after respectful deliberation, the RSU number 24 Board of Directors voted 7-1 to rescind policy JB, transgender and gender expansive students. Eastman said, this change will take place immediately. We appreciate the turnout last evening and thank those residents who addressed the board with their thoughts regarding the policy. So basically what we have here is Maine is trying to fight.
It's nutting up. That's what it is. They're nutting up. That's what the hell it is.
Well, what's happening is they're having a kind of a coup happening at the schools because the state is trying to fight Trump and be like, nah, we're going to because Trump did the executive order banning trans athletes from competing in sports that aren't of their birth gender. And a couple states like where I'm at in Colorado, Maine, a lot of the liberal states have been fighting that and they're making their own laws, their own state laws saying you do have to let them do it. And now there's schools in Maine that are being like, nah, fuck you to the state. We're going with Trump, which is something that I think is a beautiful thing. What do you think, Doug?
Yeah. I think that's them being able to exercise their rights as Americans and not have to side and be bullied into a one corner. You get to choose your path here. You know what I mean? Everybody has free will. Exactly. And that's just what life is. On top of all of that, listen, when it comes to these trans things and the guys wanting to go to the girls' sports, it's just a funny thing that people want to argue this because you never hear in the news of the women trying the women transitioning to men, trying to go to men's sports, men's physical sports. I used to be a girl, and now I'm in the UFC, and I'm going to fight heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see this. It's not something that we're seeing. No, it's not going the other way. Why? Because they know what the problem is. They understand the reality of it. They're not interested at all in getting beat down. These dudes got no problem getting in a ring and beating down on a woman. I feel that is so anti-woman to do. and I'm not I'm not
It
supporter
is.
of this. We are
I feel like
women here, bro. We
I
protect women.
I feel like we are more feminists than most feminists. You know what I'm saying nowadays. But
And I
I'm
don't even
gonna
like that
we're
word. That's a disgusting
exactly
word.
exactly. But I just like using that word to make a point. Like I'm more for women's rights than you people who claim you're for women's rights are for.
I got
You know what I'm
one thing to
saying?
say before we jump. It's funny that feminism is women equalizing to men and stepping away basically from the authority of men, but they have to ask the authority of men if they can step away from the authority of men because we live in patriarchy. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Sorry if you don't like it.
All right. So now we're gonna get into conspiracy court, and we're gonna see what's happening with Judge Pablo. Let's go. What up, y'all? Welcome to this week's episode of Conspiracy Court. I don't know why I'm so smiley, because it's kind of dark. We're talking about Virginia Giuffre and her suicide just last week. This is the quickest, I think, conspiracy court, the quickest case we've ever brought to court. You know, we're going to be talking about this suicide, whether we think it's a suicide or not, and Judge Pablo is going to rule on it at the end, as you always know. What do you think, Judge Pablo? You ready?
I'm ready. I'm gonna have the bailiff bring me down the paper.
I
saying,
got some
yeah.
files.
So how you
for
doing? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Your Honor. Is it okay to have a drink in court today?
We're back. Okay, I mean, listen. It seems like I'm at an impasse here where you're just not gonna stop doing this. But you're bringing me a lot of cases that I've been prosecuting. So you've been bringing a lot of things to justice, and you know what? I'm gonna kind of hold my tongue here, bailiff. You can sit down. It's okay. Yeah, he's good. He's good for today. Right?
Yeah, sit the fuck
I don't
down.
know about next time, bro.
Don't try touching me like last week, motherfucker. You remember that motherfucker came over here last
he told you to
week?
shut the fuck up and sit down. You gotta sit down. I'm the judge. I said he goes, right? So he told you to shut up. So just say, bro. Listen, it sucks to be you. All right. Now I want to get to this, okay? I'm a little loose today. Came from a little party, so let's get to work. This sad case of this poor girl.
I got a little presentation.
Order in the court.
I got a little presentation to put together. I put all the information from this presentation in those files that you have in your hand. I think you reviewed the presentation before court, but we'll show it to everybody in the courtroom. We'll let you review it in the courtroom. We'll show it in the courtroom, and then we'll get to your review, and I'll give a little dictation of what's going on. Today, like I said, we're diving into the death of Virginia Giuffre, Jeffrey Epstein's fiercest accuser, who supposedly took her own life on April 24, 2025 at her home in Western Australia. The official story screams suicide, but I'm here to argue that this is shadier than a backroom deal on Epstein's Island. Buckle up, Your Honor. Let's unpack this. First, let's get into the background. Virginia Giuffre was a titan, so to speak. At a young age, at 16, she was working at Mar-a-Lago, and she was lured into Epstein's world by none other than Ghislaine Maxwell. She was groomed to be abused by Epstein and his elite crew. This crew includes Prince Andrew, whom she accused of assaulting her at 17. Her 2021 lawsuit against Andrew forced a multi-million-dollar settlement in 2022, despite his denials. She helped nail Epstein's 2019 charges and Maxwell's 2021 conviction. This woman was a one-woman wrecking ball against the international sex trafficking ring. But now, at 41, we're told she ended it all. That's a hard pill to swallow for me, Your Honor. So let's start with her family and her lawyer. Her dad, Sky Roberts, told Piers Morgan there's no way she committed suicide. Somebody got to her. Here, we got that clip right here, Your Honor. We'll play it.
Tell me about your reaction when you heard that she'd taken her life. Well, first of all, I couldn't even believe it. I mean, I started crying right away. I'm still crying. I can't believe that this is happening. It's impossible. And then for them to say that she committed suicide, there's no way that she did. Somebody got to her.
Her lawyer, David Boies, said she showed no signs of wanting to check out. When the people closest to her are yelling, foul play, that's not just grief, it's a siren. If my loved ones are saying, yo, Niko, he didn't fall into that shark tank, then call for a detective, not a coroner. Now, on to the bus accident. On March 24, 2025, a school bus slammed into Giuffre's car in rural Western Australia. She posted on Instagram, bruised and battered, claiming the bus was going 110 kilometers an hour, which is about 70 miles per hour, and that her car was a tin can. She said it caused kidney failure and gave her just 4 days left to live. Western Australia police called it a minor crash with $2,000 in damage and no reported injuries, which smells like a cover-up to me, Your Honor. The parents of the kids on the bus disputed her story, saying the driver was going 45 miles per hour and there was no serious damage. Giuffre later left the hospital on April 7th, but here's the kicker. Her brother, Sky Jr., said that the crash had, quote-unquote, saved her life by exposing alleged abuse from her husband, Robert. So was this crash an accident or a hit gone wrong? Either way, it adds a layer of weird to her death a month later. And then there's her resilience. Giuffre survived Epstein's abuse, the public hate, the legal battles against royalty. She took down Maxwell, she exposed Prince Andrew, and she kept advocating for survivors through her nonprofit, SOAR. This wasn't someone who buckled, yet we're told she ended it after a crash, marital issues, and losing custody of her kids. She faced far worse and kept swinging. Suicide feels off. More like someone saw a chance to quiet a dangerous voice, Your Honor. Her connections make it murkier. We know Giuffre named Prince Andrew, whose ties tanked his royal status. Emails showed he was chummier with Epstein than he had liked to admit. Her lawsuits threatened to unravel Epstein's network of politicians, academia, and moguls. Plus, in 2019, she had posted on X, I am in no way, shape, or form suicidal. Too many evil people want to see me quieted. She knew she had enemies, Your Honor. Her family said she was under pressure, dealing with custody battles, a lawsuit fallout with Alan Dershowitz, and alleged abuse from her husband. Was this a breaking point, or did someone exploit it? Now, here's another red flag, the pattern. Epstein's 2019 quote-unquote suicide had broken cameras and sleeping guards. All this is convenient for a guy with elite secrets. Another Epstein accuser, Juliette Bryant, died in 2023 under murky circumstances, reportedly a suicide in Paris after testifying against Epstein's associate, Jean-Luc Pernel, who was also suicided in 2022. Now Giuffre, a linchpin in the case, joins the list. 3 key figures, all suicides? That's not a coincidence. It's a script, Your Honor. The Epstein saga keeps losing its stars, and the powerful keep skating justice, Your Honor, but hopefully not today. So that leaves me with my final point, Your Honor, the timing. The timing is highly, highly suspicious. Epstein's case is still alive. There's sealed records, there's public demand for names. We know Pam Bondi has thousands and thousands of documents in Washington, D.C. that they're poring over, supposedly about to release. Not sure. But Giuffre's voice was a threat to them. Her lawyer said years of abuse and attacks from Epstein's allies had worn her down. Verbal attacks sting, but a permanent silencing, that's a power play, Your Honor. Now you add in the bus crash, which she survived but raised questions, and her death a month later feels like the final act in a cover-up. If I had dirt on a prince and his pals, I'd be sleeping with a gun and a puppy named Dozer right now. So, Your Honor, let's wrap it up. Virginia Giuffre's death, it just doesn't add up. Her family's doubts, her resilience, the bizarre bus crash, the pattern of suicides like Bryant's, her elite enemies, that 2019 post, and the timing, it's a conspiracy smoothie just blending itself all on up right on our show here, Your Honor. Was she taken out to protect the powerful? I'm saying yes. Let me know what you think, Your Honor. Let's hear it.
This is pretty compelling evidence. Listen, I want to be clear here. What we have in front of us is a very tragic story. This is a lot of information compiled over the years.
Stop
this
fucking
is a
looking
person
at
who's been.
Your Honor. Tell this motherfucker to stop eyeing me, bro.
Listen, man. Listen. I need you to understand that today the beer's fine. As a matter of fact, if you don't like what he's got to say, I'll have you arrest yourself and hold yourself in contempt.
I think he don't like this case because he got
this.
something to do with Epstein, dog.
Well,
I think we should investigate you.
Do me a favor.
I think you should be up
him out
here.
of the courtroom. Get him out of the courtroom.
Get him the fuck
courtroom.
out
I want
of
you
here.
to yank him out of the
Get
courtroom.
him the fuck
Get the fuck out of the
here.
courtroom.
Get
out of the courtroom.
fuck out of here.
You're not gonna be here disrespecting me. We're not doing this here.
Get out of here.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No, we're not. No.
All right,
Sorry.
all right,
I want to apologize.
Sorry,
I want to apologize to
Your
you.
Honor. It's okay.
It's okay. No, I appreciate you calling that out.
Okay.
Listen, but getting back to this, okay? This is a very serious court case. There's a lot of evidence compiled. This girl has been involved in many scandals. Many horrific things have happened to her. Again and again. Afterwards, falling back into the same pits. This thing with the bus being the hit, I always found it a little weird. Epstein's suicide. Other judges don't like my stance. I thought it was weird. I thought there was a lack of evidence. I thought it was a lot of coincidental things. I'm proud that this was brought to me. Listen, you're doing a good job. Okay, I want you to keep doing what you're doing. We have our disagreements.
Thank you.
But these are the things that us as citizens in the United States need to pay attention. We need to go over these things. These things get combed over and forgotten. So today, in this courtroom, okay, we're gonna run the hearing. And I'm going to tell you that my judgment today is that this was not a suicide, okay? This was not suicide. There was definite foul play. We need to do more investigations here. There's a lot of names in play, and it's not just the ones that are gone, dead and gone. That's the end. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to join you today. I'm happy that we're proving a point today in my courtroom. Today we're gonna have a little sips, you know.
Oh, he's got the good stuff. You've been holding out on me. Is that the mysterious bottle they say you keep in your desk?
I plead the fifth. Everybody out of my courtroom. Case closed.
All right. I'm going to beat your bailiff's fucking ass. Peace.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
All right. What up, y'all? Welcome back. We are in the doom scroll. One of my favorite parts of the show. It was a crazy conspiracy court. You seen that shit? You seen that one, George?
Yeah,
bro.
Judge Pablo was on some bullshit, bro. He was over there sipping on that bottle.
Yo,
he let you slide.
I just beat that bailiff's fucking ass, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's fucked up. You know, you wrong for that because he had the bailiff dragged on, and then you can go fuck up the bailiff after. It's crazy, but he kicked you out so fast you didn't even get to say we were going to the doom
You
school.
ain't see the judge what he did to the bailiff? He did the motherfucking.
Oh yeah, with the elbow.
Yeah,
the top
dog.
rope.
He fucking.
That was a cheap shot, dog. That was a cheap shot.
That was a cheap shot. He got up on the fucking podium and shit that he be behind, and he fucking. But. But hey, anyway, getting into our first video, we
hit him with the Holy Spirit.
We got a funny doom scroll. There's some serious shit in here, but it's mainly just for laughs this week, guys. Keeping it light.
Let's laugh a bit.
Scientists in Russia have confirmed that they now know what happens to you after you die.
This
I'm not
one
talking about
isn't
your body,
funny,
that's just
but it's
worm
crazy.
food. We all know that. I mean, your spirit, if you like, your consciousness. I read it on the Russian version of Google last night called Yandex. I don't know why this is not all over fucking media right now. I've not slept a wink. So, if you don't know, Russia's largest tech company, Vladtech, have spent the last 10 years creating an interface to your brain that somehow embeds a code into every atom of you. So when you die, they can then locate that code within you, and it's like an Apple AirTag, but on a more expensive, grander level. So they can basically see where your electricity, spirit, and memories go to.
This is crazy.
SIC
Watch.
code, soul identity code or something like that. And what they just discovered was fucking mind-blowing. So the first volunteer who passed away, they followed his code, but lost it because it was travelling faster than anything they can record. An hour later, when the computers caught up and refreshed, if you like, the SIC code settled in another galaxy called, oh, I've written it down somewhere, Jade's GS-Z140, which is over 1 billion light years away. It's one of the furthest galaxies that we know of. This is life-changing for us all, of human beings. I cannot believe no one's talking about this. And apparently the scientists don't know why it stopped there. Do we all go there? You know, what's it doing there? It's... I'm speechless.
So apparently,
this was funny.
No. I said in the beginning of this video, this one's not funny. This one was crazy.
Oh
though.
shit, my bad.
Yeah, this one was crazy.
Pablo was
most
handing out
of them
shots.
most of them were funny, but this one was crazy. Like this person's soul went somewhere. This remains to be seen. I don't know. This is just some guy on a fucking video.
Yeah, because how did they prove that? Yeah.
Sitting in his car saying this shit. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm going to do my own research on it. You do yours. I saw this yesterday. I haven't gotten the chance to, but it's on my to-do list. But I'm just showing it to you because it piqued my interest. Yeah, Alpha fucking Jade Z something fucking or other. I don't know. But let's get into our next
Are you guys all pumped about the 6 female astronauts that went into space? Why are you booing? You don't think women should go to space? You have one of those old-fashioned opinions.
They didn't
like,
go to space.
If women are in space, who's making dinner? Well, I'm not.
Yeah, bro. I'm hungry.
Thinking, they probably tried to go to the moon and then they got lost because they can't read maps, ended up in You're looking at me probably thinking Jeff Bezos paid $500 million to get some peace and quiet. That's not...
Yeah.
He's got the money. He can do it. Some peace and quiet, bro.
Next one.
And beer, buildings to put up.
This
and
is
an image to keep
so.
up.
This ain't necessarily funny or sad or anything, but this was inspiring. Like, this is the men of the old days. This is what I aspire to be.
Oh, actual men.
These men are gone.
You got to put this on in order to be a steel worker, right?
So yeah, walk around like something. Get to walk around. Yeah.
This is part of the deal.
Oh sure, and sometimes down the street you hear them whistling. That's all the girls.
One of my uncles was a steel worker.
Clothes on, they never say nothing. Well, if the girl turned around and said
he
something,
never got hurt doing it. He retired.
Right out,
He used to go up on the skyscrapers and shit.
Here comes a nice girl. Let's go corner her. Wow, look at that. Yell at him. I'm not yelling.
They say that when God created the ironworkers, he created a superior race of man, and then he invented whiskey and evened it all up.
Ray Corbett runs Local 40 of the Ironworkers Union. 300 of its 1,200 members are fish.
On the top of them damn buildings, that's crazy.
Fish?
Well, that was something that derived, of course, from the Newfoundlanders that came here. All hardy, God-fearing workers seem to fear. They have no fear for anything.
But there was a lot to fear in the 1920s. Without hard hats, safety belts, and temporary floors,
look at that
workers
shit,
weren't
bro.
expected to last more than 8 years before being seriously injured or killed. The most dreaded jobs were on the bridges. They took the most lives.
On each bridge, we were losing.
That shit is crazy, right, bro? Can you imagine the first guys that
I'm
was
not one of
building
them men, bro. I'm not one of
skyscrapers?
those guys, I don't got that in my heart to go out on that skyscraper like that, bro. I don't got that. Walk up that bridge like that. Nah, bro. My nuts would be in my chest, bro.
Yo,
I
back
couldn't.
in the day,
That's
they
why
were
they call
doing
it
that
chest
shit
nuts.
without safety.
There you go. What?
Back in the day, they were doing that shit without no safety harnesses or vests or nothing.
They probably had regulations to use it, but they just didn't use it. I've seen a guy climb from like the 20-something floor. He just climbed down so easy. Just scoot down that big old thing, bro. Like, yo, it's
some people
man,
are
bro,
just
it's a
built
different
different,
breed.
bro. Some people are
Different
built
breed, different breed.
But
those
let's get
men,
into
real
the
men
next
don't
one.
exist no more.
I mean, I feel like I'm a real man. I'm just gonna say.
Barely.
Get the fuck out of here. Next video. Oh, is Kanye training an army?
Neighbors hear sometimes as late as 11 p.m. coming from this nondescript warehouse in East Hollywood. According to some neighbors, it's used by rapper Ye, also known as Kanye West.
They put up metal walls now. We don't really know what's going on.
But many can hear the noise coming from behind the gate, which they say is blaring on loudspeakers.
It sounds like there's like raves and concerts here in the weekends, and then in the weekdays there's been noises, there's been groups of men doing like push-ups and exercises over here, and you can hear music like blaring from the parking lot.
Is it a problem?
It can be. I mean, it's noisy at night.
Last month, a flyer
I think it's only a problem because they're nosy as hell and they want to know what's going on.
For a hooligan choir.
No fat people.
Letters, it read, quote, "No fat people."
Yo, Kanye's crazy. You can't go. Damn, Kanye said I can't go. No fat people.
Wait. Let me hear what she said.
I mean, it's noisy at night.
Last month, a flyer with Ye's name on it was circulated, seeking all male volunteers for a hooligan choir. In bold letters, it read, quote, "No fat people, and must be comfortable wearing swastikas," and had this location listed. Police were also called out to the area, which is near Kingsley and Beverly.
He's trying to have a KKK rally.
Damn, bro, he's still with the swastika thing. He's still going with the swastika thing. That's crazy.
Yo, he paid how much for that? Yo, you seen him? He put the fucking KKK outfit on. He's wilding, bro. He's wilding. But let's
yo,
get
you want to know? Hey, fun fact, guys, do some research. That KKK outfit actually comes from Catholics, and KKK stole it. But go ahead.
Here's something I learned recently about young people. I learned young people.
This is hilarious.
Eat hot dogs no more. They call them glizzies, and they laugh at you if you eat
because they were nasty.
I didn't know that. I didn't find that out till I went to a hot dog stand. Got 2 hot dogs, one with ketchup and onions, one with sauerkraut and mustard. I was switching it up, doing some different shit. Took a bite of my hot dog, and all I heard was, "Hey, yo, nah, chill, son, this nigga eating a glizzy." And I looked up, there was a whole high school worth of teenagers just laughing at me, pointing and shit, just thousands and thousands of teenagers as far as the eye could see. They had their phones out, they recorded me, uploaded me on the internet, got me eating hot dogs on Boomerang. What the fuck is going on right now? I was mortified. Because I don't care who you are, how old you are, how tough you are, what you've been through. When a bunch of teenagers makes fun of you, yeah, it hurts, bro. You're like, yo, stop! That's enough! Where are your parents? Get out of here!
And they don't care.
It's fucked up. But here's the thing about me. I'm from Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Brooklyn. Yeah, I went to high school in Brooklyn. So I know how to deal with this situation. Because you only got 2 choices at this point. You either going to get bullied for the whole rest of your life by these teenagers, or you're going to address the situation right here, right now.
Right now.
So that's what I did. I went up to the main teenager. The alpha teenager. I went right up to him and I shot him. I killed him right there. For all his friends. Started pointing the gun at the other teenagers, like, the fuck out of here. Suck my dick, little niggas. What the fuck you think this is? I'm 44 years old. You can't call me a glizzy gobbler. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. But you can't call me that. You can't call me that and make it to graduation, motherfucker. You gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one. Yo.
Yeah, glizzy gobbler. That's a tongue twister.
I don't think this one's a funny one. It might be though.
If you're a grown man
it is.
and you have allergies, you're gay.
You might take offense to this, Pablo.
Fuck you.
Grown man and you have allergies, you're gay.
Yo, what's crazy? What's crazy?
Yeah, I got allergies. Shut up, you asshole.
Nah, she even points at you.
She's pointing at me.
She points at you.
If you're a grown man and you got allergies, you're gay. Yeah, whatever, bro. You're gay, bro.
Anti-evolution. You imagine back in the day in the wild, you're in a cave, you're with your man, he's got to protect you from a tiger, and then somebody throws a peanut at him.
I know his weakness.
I know his weakness. Hair.
You just gotta rub a peanut on his face or something.
Oh shit!
Oh
right
man.
on to the next one.
She shifts her weight to align her head.
This is awesome.
And spreads her front feet so they're fully engaged with the ground. Then she does something extraordinary. She feels for her family. 3 miles away. Using their trunks to lower the frequency of their calls, the herd sends vibrations through the ground.
Wow.
Sensitive cells in the mother's feet pick up the sound and channel it through her skeleton towards her ear.
I thought the elephant was gonna take a shit or something funny, like.
She decides
but shifting
the direction of the
positions.
message and what it means. The family is urging them on in 100-degree heat. They're exhausted. Close to death.
Oh man.
But Mum is determined.
Determined.
She knows her family is calling for good reason.
So yeah, that's how elephants could tell where other elephants are up to 3 miles away. That shit's crazy, huh?
Yo, yeah, you ever seen how they do funerals for each other and they got graveyards?
Nah, I
It's
didn't
crazy.
see that.
That's crazy.
We'll have to
That's
show clips
crazy.
of that on the doom scroll now.
For sure.
All right, next video. This is awesome. This is real. They used the AI to make it, and it's like
Tell
a
me
real
that
robot.
wasn't amazing.
It's a real Star
Yeah, I know.
Wars
I
droid.
know.
How are you doing?
You seen this?
How do you like?
Yeah.
How do you
They
like
got
your
them
new
walking
business
around
engine?
Disney.
You like it, huh? Yeah, I bet.
Well, no,
I
this
know.
is the first
Tactile
one
feedback,
of this.
rigid body, soft body
This is the-
simulation, super real time. Can you imagine just now what you were looking at is complete real time simulation? This is how we're
this
gonna
is
train
the
robots in
first of
future.
its kind like this.
Just so you know, Blue
That's
has
his
2
personality.
computers, 2 NVIDIA computers inside. Look how smart you are. Yes, you're smart. Okay. All right.
Wow, bro.
Hey, Blue, listen. How about let's take him
Watch
home?
it, watch.
Let's finish this keynote. It's lunchtime. Are you ready? Let's finish it up. We have another announcement. You're good. You're good. Just stand right here. Stand right here. Stand right here. All right, good. Right there. That's good. All right, stand.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's like AI, real life.
Yo, that
like
means
Star
that soon
Wars
there's gonna be
droid
one walking
shit.
around, dog. There's gonna be soon a Terminator walking around. Watch. Give that like a good 40 years.
Yeah, on to the next one. Sorry about that.
I'm going to learn some more things about Indian culture so I can find better
Evil
ways
double.
to make fun of you. And I read this news article. 4 Indian guys ganked a lizard. What kind of sick freak an Indian?
Poor lizard is never going to get the smell out.
Yeah. Have you ever been
She's good. Oh, damn.
No. Go watch this video. India, the worst place on earth, or the worst country on earth.
Never gonna
There's
get
a
the
scene,
smell
I'm
out.
not kidding you.
Oh.
Of Indian men across the beach, all these holes dug into the beach, and they're all shitting at the same time, publicly defecating, and then covering it up. And the guy's like, "Yeah, when we have to go, we just come out here, we dig a little hole, and we go and we cover it, and then we go."
What the hell?
So you're going to bring all these people into London, one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth, and you think it's still going to be London?
Right. No.
It's not London anymore.
I love the Hodge
Welcome
twins,
to Quickie Mart.
Those dudes that
Deeble
she
Double
was on
City,
their
bro.
podcast, her
Deeble
podcast.
double, deeble double.
Deeble double. Let's go. Next one.
Rest in peace, Patricia.
Oh, you want to be an astronaut? Well, that's great. You can.
Rest
be
in
an
peace,
astronaut.
Trevor
All you have to
Moore.
do
Rest in
is
peace, Trevor
study
Moore,
flying
yeah.
Or science, and maybe someday you could be the first astronaut to walk on the moon.
No! There already was an astronaut who first walked on the moon.
Well, no, not really. That wasn't real. See, there was this thing called the Cold War, and in order to beat the Russians, we kind of faked that. That never happened. See how there's no windows on the side? And see underneath where there's like a pod thing? What's that, right? Take a look at this wreckage. See how there's no plane parts on the ground there? What does that look like?
A missile.
A missile.
You see, President Bush was in a secret society at Yale called the Skull and Bones. His dad was too, and they all worship Satan.
President Bush worships Satan?
In my personal opinion, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
And stuff like that is, in my opinion, why Trevor Moore is dead. And you know what? That's a great conspiracy core idea. Trevor Moore's death. That's a good
Let's
one.
do that. Let's do that. Talk to Pablo. I'll talk
clips.
to Judge Pablo.
Yeah. We'll talk to Judge Pablo about it. We'll bring it
Damn,
in
that's a
front of
good
him.
one.
But all right, and now we're gonna take it down the Reddit hole. Let's rock. All right, y'all. So we're about to get into our last segment and then close out the show. It's been a great show. It's been great news, great conspiracy core, great doom scroll. You know, what's been your favorite so far, dog?
Man, not even gonna lie, conspiracy court, you killed it on that one. Just Pablo.
Yeah.
With the bottle. That was just,
You
guys.
And then
drinking and core, getting rid of that guy.
Then that ass whooping we handed out afterwards was pretty dope too. But listen, so damn, my favorite had to probably been Conspiracy Court, but this one's gonna be a good one too. And also, yo, let us know if you're watching. Let us know in the comments on Rumble, YouTube, whatever. If you're listening to the podcast, hit us up on our DMs. Find us on Instagram, on TikTok, even fuck it. Get in our DMs on YouTube and Rumble. We're not that big yet. You could talk to us. You could be like, hey, this
right
was
here,
great.
bro.
That was great. We're right here. I'll probably be sitting there taking a poo, and I'll be like, oh shit, somebody from the podcast, they said something. Oh shit, let me write. I might even reply to you while I'm taking a poo. He might reply to you. He might reply to you after he fucks his girl. You don't know.
Who
But
knows?
you're gonna get a reply.
Maybe before.
But maybe
Or my
before.
hand.
maybe during. Maybe he's got the shit. Maybe he's in there.
Foot. I still got the foot thing. I still got the foot thing.
You can hit it from the back in text. You can hit it from the back in text. All right, getting down the Reddit hole, our favorite things from Reddit this week. So we're gonna start off strong with this one. We're not gonna play the sound because of the fact that it contains music that's copyrighted, and I don't want to have to deal with this. But I'm gonna take us off the screen for a second so we can see this nice. And we're gonna ask if this guy's wrong. He's trying to tell these girls, "You'll stop fucking with me."
When going in the niggas' pockets goes wrong. Heard.
So you see, guy in the orange. They're pushing them around like, who are these bully ass bitches? Look at
they're women. They're crazy.
Look at
why
going
she going
in his pockets
like that?
Yo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Watch. She's going in his pockets. Watch. This girl's boom. Watch this. Boom. Pop.
Well, that's called equal lefts and rights. Yeah, go do something then. Do something then. Well, like, why do people want to defend those girls when they was in his pockets? Why they want to come defend? Why everybody want to pretend like that's not women? That's not women, bro. That's beasts, bro. They're wildebeests and monsters.
I would hope that I don't have to take it that far ever with a woman. I hope that whatever girl I'm with or whatever,
listen, everybody
intervene
it's
before
real simple.
that.
Keep your hands to yourself. Simple.
Keep your hands to yourself. Simple. All right, and
shit.
Let's talk about keeping thoughts to yourself and people who don't keep their thoughts to themselves. That's going to be the theme of our next little Reddit post we got here. So President Trump has thrown his hat in the ring for being Pope, apparently. He posted this picture on his Truth account. He posted
that's bro, he's using AI, he's clowning. It has to be he's clowning. Like, come on, you kidding me, bro?
Clowning. Even the
Pope
title,
for Trump? I mean Trump for Pope?
Yeah.
Come on.
Liberals are gonna go crazy over this, the post says. And they are.
Yeah, people are gonna say that he means it.
Yeah, he really wants to be the Pope. He's gonna take over the Vatican. But I mean, I don't think he wants to be the Pope because he's on that Jew shit. So he's on that Zionist
That's what I'm saying.
shit. He's
already good.
He's kissing walls. He's wearing yarmulkes. He's doing all that shit. So we don't have to worry about him being the Pope anytime soon. Trust me about that. All right,
keep it with you.
So getting into our last little thing, I thought this was interesting, and this is a little thing. Like, do they know about something that's coming in the future? Who knows? But there's a bunker all the elites can go to if nuclear war starts. Bush officials claim U.S. built secret $21 trillion. That would explain where a lot of our money has gone that nobody can explain where it's gone to. Underground city for rich and powerful to live if near extinction event happens. So apparently there's some humongous city underground that they built, probably right under my feet over here in Denver.
You mean
by
like
the
fucking
airport
Fallout or Bioshock? Like Bioshock. It's just a city out of reach where nobody can see it.
Exactly, something like that. But this is insane to me, son. It gives me the willies thinking about it because it's like, what do they know that we don't know? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? They know that they're setting it up for World War III, and if they go boom, boom, pop, well, all of those nuclear bombs, and they got a place to go hide, they clear the world, and then you got New World Order. This is real simple. It's not complicated, bro.
They're setting up to do the heifers. They got Iran and Pakistan.
Yeah, you got the Israelites with the red heifer right now. Yeah, no.
Iran and Israel going at it. We got Ukraine and Russia going at it. We got fucking
Palestine. You know what's gonna happen
India and
when
Pakistan.
they do the sacrifice. India and Pakistan, like another one. And that's
Yeah,
why,
dude.
and the UK is getting involved with India's beef with Pakistan. Then they're housing them. This is just going to be World War III, bro. We're gonna get pulled into this draft thing. It's just gonna be ridiculous, bro. Like I don't even.
I ain't going to no
this is a topic
fucking
we talk about.
draft. Me and you will be in some secluded location podcasting from an unknown location. Because
In a
yo,
fucking
honestly,
mountain, like the fucking,
Doug,
like the Reverend.
Doug,
What's his name? What was the Jew? Who was the old Jew that would do that? He would do. I can't remember now. He used to be a Jew and he turned Christian, and he was doing his YouTube videos from a mountain. I can't remember his name. He lost all power though.
I don't know, but fucking what was I gonna say? I know if they ever do come for people like us, like say it's because we didn't want to go to war and we went and lived in the middle of the nowhere or in a basement somewhere and fucking fended for ourselves and did our podcast like true underground patriots. We don't want nothing to do with this war. We're hiding from the government. It's Malice in Wonderland.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
I'm not going to get caught by no government, no way, no hell. I'm going to the same place that Tupac and Epstein went to. I'm bringing back the Epsteins.
Yeah, I'm dying and I'm not really dying. But anyway, you know, if they ever come for if they ever come for people like us, you know what I'm saying? We'll be good, you know. We'll be all right. We'll keep it moving. But you know, we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving this show, and we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna say, hey, it's been a great show. I had a great time. It couldn't have gone better. There was a little technical difficulties because just today they made us stop using Skype and go to Teams, and we had to reorganize some stuff. But I honestly, once I was forced to go to Teams, I kind of like it better. I kind of like it a little bit better. We'll see when it gets to the. We'll see once. The true test is once we get to post-production and I have to do all the editing and tinkering. Then we'll see, and I'll let y'all know if it's the shit. But it seems like it's the shit. So it's been a great show. What'd you think, Doug? Let us know.
Oh, man, I have fun. The news, that was fun. First time I got to, shoot out the news, read some. So I have fun with that. I like the new format you did for the courtroom. The show's just coming together. It gets better and better every time. And I hope you guys enjoy every episode we do. We're trying, you know what I mean, to get some word out there. People don't want to talk about these things. We're not going to get monetized, but it is what it is. Just don't shadow ban us.
Yeah, I'm not. My thing is not getting monetized. My thing is building a loyal, trusting fan base who know we're not out to deceive them, that also will support us through merch, through whatever subscription we have to whatever little bonus section we have where we say the uncensored stuff we don't say anywhere else. Once we got sponsors coming in, good, reliable sponsors. We'll never ever work with no sponsors that are trying to feed you no poison or give you no poison, only natural shit, natural type shit. We're not trying to poison our fucking listeners. So if you ever see an ad end up on this show, it's gonna be some real shit, dog. Like, it's gonna be some shit you're gonna be proud to use. I'm gonna be proud to use, and it's definitely gonna be some shit that I'm gonna use and approve before I try to sell it to you. So,
facts.
Exactly. So, like us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Rumble, YouTube. You could find us fucking not on Twitter just yet.
You can find me in your sister's panty drawer. You can find him in your grandma's drawers because he's nasty like that. But we're here, and that's what we come. That's what we come for.
Last time it was a little much.
Teach you something again.
I don't think I could do it again. I don't think I could do it again after last time.
He likes the old crusty ones too.
I thought I did, but then I just can't get past the smell of
because he said that the crust reminds him of preparation. You know how a Dutch
it's
fries
not even
got the
crust. It's not even the crust. It's the smell of preparation H. You know I'm sensitive.
Oh, you don't like
to
the prep. He
smells,
likes natural
dog.
cheese. He doesn't like the preparation H smell. That's what it is.
When you mix that natural cheesy smell with the chemically preparation H smell, it does something that just I don't like it.
Spotty cheese is just strong.
Anyway, it's been a great show. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I like it, man. What I like about it is I'm doing something I don't want to do. Every time I start doing things I don't want to do, I grow.
Yes.
You
That's a lesson that people need to hear and learn. It's so important because everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit on the couch. I don't want to go outside. It's cold. I don't want to do this. It's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control.
Yeah, Dustin texted me one day. Poirier texted me. He's like, "You can't wait for everything to be okay to live your life." That's what he. And it was. You ever get a text from somebody? It's just one of those moments where it fucking gets through to you, you know? Yeah. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man."
That's a very poignant, and obviously coming from a guy like him, who is, I mean, accomplished incredible things and done so in one of the most difficult things to accomplish incredible things. Like, he's a fighter, a fucking cage fighter at the highest level of the game. Talking about a guy who knocked out Conor McGregor. You know what I mean?
Bananas.
He's a beast.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, his ability to, like, get things done is exceptional.
Yeah.
You know, he's an exceptional person. And so his understanding of that fact, that you can't just wait for things to get perfect. You just go out and do stuff. I always tell people that about working out. Like, fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah. Sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great.
Yeah.
And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. Your body will trick you. Like, man, today you should take the day off, Theo. You don't feel good. Theo, what did you get, like 6 hours sleep last night? That's not enough.
Oh, yeah, that thing, whatever that is, that guy lives on my shoulder. That little sleepy guy, that motherfucker. Dude, I might have a twin that never separated, baby, because that fella's chatty.
It's a lot of people. A lot of people have that chatty guy telling you to take naps.
Yeah.
Telling you to eat that piece of cake.
Yeah, that's been, so that kind of stuff's been helping me, man. But I'm feeling, I'm excited, man. I'll probably go back on tour later this year.